On the 5th of November 2015, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints made policy changes with reference to same-sex marriage and the children of same-sex marriages. The policy changes were approved by the First Presidency and the Quorum of 12 Apostles, who sent a letter to local church leaders informing them of the changes. Elder D. Todd Christofferson of the Quorum of the 12 spoke with Michael Otterson, Managing Director of Church Public Affairs, in an interview with the intent of clarifying the new policies to church members, the news media, and the general public. These policy changes are not inherently new, as Elder Christofferson pointed out, following a long-established pattern of the church. Elder Christofferson made many claims in his interview that are instructive as to the doctrines, policies, authorities, and administrative processes of the church. His claims warrant a closer examination. Elder Christofferson makes the point that the new policy follows the pattern set by Jesus Christ. The brethren in the church are merely following what the Lord Himself has done.
And this is about family. This is about love, and especially the love of the Savior and how He wants people to be helped and fed and lifted. And that's the whole motivation that underlies our effort. That was the Savior's pattern. He always was firm in what was right and wrong. He never excused or winked at sin. He never redefined it. He never changed his mind. It was what it was and is what it is. And that's where we are. But his compassion, of course, was unexcelled.
But is this true? Unfortunately, Elder Christofferson's explanation confirms that narrative, at least in theory. First and foremost, the apostle talks about the Savior as an example to follow, but not as a participant in the decision-making. Elder Christofferson does not cite the Lord's words on the matter, nor does he claim that the Lord was actually consulted. The policy itself contains no wording from Jesus Christ. Elder Christofferson's use of pronouns is telling. In referring to the decision-makers behind the policy changes, he uses the word we, referring to his colleagues in the First Presidency and Quorum of the 12 over 25 times, but does not refer once to Jesus Christ. The simple fact that the policy changes were approved by the First Presidency and Quorum of the 12 Apostles indicates that they did not originate with the Lord. If the policy changes came from the Lord, they would not have needed approval by the brethren. The premise of the unilateral policy changes made by the First Presidency and Quorum of 12 Apostles is based upon the claim that they have the authority to do so. They hold the keys of the kingdom and therefore the authority to make policy decisions such as these. But do they really have this authority? The answer is an emphatic no. Priesthood keys give the bearer only administrative authority. Administrative authority is one that manages, applies, executes, or puts into effect existing law. It does not change or create new law. As the Lord made clear to Joseph Smith, the keys given him were only to be used according to the law already set forth by the Lord, and by His Word, meaning revelation. Keys were not to be used independently. The Lord has always retained the privilege of being the lawmaker, and has not delegated that to anyone. Policy has the force of law. To change the policy of the church is to change the law of the church. Only the lawgiver has the right to legislate.